Hey parents, Dr. Michelle here. When it comes to developmental delays in children, there are three main frustrations we have as experts and specialists in neurodevelopment that I bet frustrate you too as a parent. First, the vast majority of red flags and real root causes of developmental delays are frequently and often entirely missed by the conventional healthcare provider. Second, even when the delays with gross motor development, fine motor skills, speech or sensory, social and behavioral issues show up and a referral is made to early intervention and so on, there's still no one provider who can help the parents make sense of what's going on and tie everything together. And third, when a child is already going through a full complement of traditional therapies, but failing to make much progress, reaching plateaus, and still struggling, parents don't know where to turn to find out what's going on and what else can be done to help. According to the CDC, approximately 1 in 6 children in the United States has a developmental disability or delay. And I can tell you firsthand from clinical experience, about 6 out of 6 of us worry about our child's development and keep a close eye over every single thing from tummy time to when they roll over, when they sit up, when they walk, when they talk, and just so much more. But unfortunately, for as much as we rightfully worry and keep a close eye on things during these critical developmental stages for our children, it seems like again and again, any concerns we have are often dismissed by our conventional pediatrician. And we're just told, don't worry, they'll grow out of it, when deep down, we know that's probably not true. Sadly, we're seeing an explosion in the rates of developmental delays in today's highly stressed and highly toxic world our kids are growing up in. And that 1 in 6 number mentioned before really doesn't do it justice for how many infants and toddlers we truly see off track with their motor milestones, sensory processing, speech, and so much more each day in our office. Even if you've already received a diagnosis or referral of some sort and have started traditional therapies like PT, OT, and speech, listen up. Every day, parents report to us that they're happy to have their child in these therapies, but they're concerned that they've plateaued or they're not progressing at the speed or pace that they'd like. If that sounds like you, then hopefully you'll get a lot more out of what we're going to be discussing here today. Parents like you deserve to know more, and they deserve to know the truth about developmental delays. Let's dig in and deliver exactly that for your family with this information. When JoJo first got started with care at our office last year, her development was a mess. She had faced all sorts of obstacles in her development with a stressful pregnancy, emergency C-section delivery, had torticollis, constipation, eczema, and to top things off, she has a genetic heart and neurological condition that required surgery as an infant, multiple medications, and has also led to a seizure disorder and medication she was battling as well. Add all that up, and it took a toll on her development. Despite being quite involved in PT, OT, and speech, she wasn't making much progress at all until she started to get adjusted and things really started to take off. As her neurological function and motor tone and coordination improved with each and every adjustment, her development started to really surge. She was able to sit up and utilize her core so much more, then crawling and climbing stairs, and now recently taking her first unassisted steps, walking, and having her speech and communication explode as well. This rock star has a ways to developmentally to finish catching up to her peers, but without chiropractic care, she'd still be stuck and struggling with developmental milestones and probably facing a limited quality of life that simply isn't fair to her or her family. Now, they get to see her smile, soar, and just thrive as she keeps getting adjusted and keeps making progress. So what is holding our kids back? Understanding the perfect storm developmental delays aren't just random occurrences or genetic bad luck. There are three main factors that we see almost every single time in children with developmental delays, and we call them the perfect storm. Fertility challenges and prenatal stress, birth trauma and interventions, early exposure to antibiotics, and other environmental toxins. Second is going to be the birth trauma. Brainstem and air traffic control connection, common interventions like forceps, vacuum extractions, and C-sections, they can cause physical injury and damage to the brainstem, the neurospinal system, and the vagus nerve. Both the autonomic and central nervous system have their air traffic control in their head and neck and brainstem region, which is directly responsible for essential developmental functions like motor planning, tone, coordination, and sensory processing. These physical birth injuries lead to subluxation, dysregulation, and dysautonomia. Third, why traditional approaches often plateau and don't achieve full progress. PTs, OTs, and speech therapists are trained to assess the muscles and soft tissues, not necessarily neurological function in the brainstem or neurospinal system. So they often miss the underlying neurological dysfunction and subluxation that is the real root cause of the developmental delays and missed motor milestones. This explains why progress often stalls despite various interventions. Fourth, the foundation of development, we have proper nervous system function. It's essential. Even seemingly simple milestones like crawling play crucial roles. Skipping milestones can impact future development. And what I'm going to ask of you is to comment below if you'd like an official picture of our hierarchy triangle on neurodevelopment. I did a quick drawing. It's going to be a little difficult to see, and you'll have a little glimpse of it after this video is recorded. But if you would like to have that for your reference, I would encourage you to comment if you want a copy of it. In the meantime, I'm going to speak through this. So when we're focusing on foundational neurology, there is a hierarchy, there is a sequence of healing. If you're tired of watching your child struggle and feeling like something's missing in their care, it's time to consider a different approach. At Lifetime Health and Wellness, we specialize in neurologically focused chiropractic care that addresses the root causes of developmental delays, subluxation, nervous system dysfunction, and dysregulation. We use cutting-edge technology called the insight scans to actually measure, track, find your child's exact level, location, and severity of subluxation and neurological dysfunction, so you know exactly what's holding them back from a developmental standpoint. So to really know what's going on with your child, you've got to get these insight scans run so you're no longer left guessing, but can address the root cause right at its core. Please don't wait to take action. Infants and young children, they're developing at a rapid rate, and every single month that their developmental delays remain, it can actually hold them back in a major way. You can visit our website or click the link in our bio to schedule a consultation and insight scan for your child. Let's work together to unlock your child's developmental potential and set them on the path to thriving, not just getting by and surviving. Remember, your child's future isn't set in stone with the right support and understanding of the root causes. So much remarkable progress is possible. Reach out today to learn more about how we can help your child overcome their developmental challenges.